Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to play opening 1 of One Piece, We Are. I learned this from the cover of No Uke, No Life. I'm going to put his video in the description below. Make sure you go check it out, and if you want to download his full tabs, make sure you download Power Tab Editor, and then you can open up his tabs and learn the full arrangement. With that being said, let's get started. So to start for the intro, what you're going to do is you're going to put your index finger over the 2nd fret so it mutes the strings. Then you're going to put your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the bottom string. So when you strum, it should only make the sound of that bottom string. What we're going to do here to start is we're going to do a simple strumming pattern, down, down, up, down, up. And we're going to do that 4 times. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to put your index finger on the 3rd fret of the bottom 2 strings. So it should sound like this. You're going to strum down twice. Next, you're going to put your ring finger on the 5th fret of the bottom string. And you're going to strum up, and then down. So together it should sound like this. Next, you're going to put your index finger on the 5th fret of the bottom 3 strings, your middle finger on the 6th fret of the 2nd string, and your ring finger on the 7th fret of the bottom string. You're going to strum up, down. Together it should sound like this. Next, you're going to take your ring finger off, like so. Make sure your index finger is pressing down on this 5th fret here. And in this same position, just take your ring finger off. That's up, down, up. So it's... Next, we're going to put our fingers in the same position that we were at the very beginning. So you're going to mute the 2nd fret, all the strings, with your index finger, and put your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the bottom string. And our new strumming pattern this time, instead of down, down, up, down, up, is going to sound like this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And we do that a little bit faster, it's going to sound like this. do that twice. And then we're going to go back to the position that we were in before, which is the index finger on the 3rd fret of the bottom 2 strings. We're going to repeat what we did before, ring finger on the 5th fret. So it's down, down here, and then it's up, up, down over here with the ring finger. Same position that you were in over here. Up, up, down here. Take the ring finger off, strum up once, and then strum up and down, up again. So it's actually the same process that it was in the very first time. Instead of going back to this position like we did at the very beginning, we're going to end up going and putting our index finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and we're going to strum down, down. And from here on, we're going to be doing a series of down, down patterns. And what I want you to know the G chord is like this, where you put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and your index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And that's going to sound like this. And I'm going to use this for reference because we're going to be moving the G chord down the ukulele and up the ukulele. So we're going to go down, down from here. Then you're going to do the G chord shifted down 1, which looks like this. And you're going to strum down, down. Then from this position, you're going to move the G chord down 3 frets, which is 1, 2, 3. It should sound like this. Strum down twice again. Then from there, you're going to move it up 1. Then you're going to move it up 2, back to this one. Then you're going to go back to the original G chord. Down, down, and then add a little strumming at the end. And that last strumming at the end there is going to be down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And if we do that a little faster, the rhythm is going to sound like this. Alright, now let's start over from the very beginning, and this is the intro. So we're going to start in this position. The first thing that we're going to do is down, down, up 4 times. We're going to repeat this section over here, and then we're going to go back over here, do the different strumming pattern, repeat this section over here, and then go. Okay, for the pre-chorus, you're going to start out by chucking the ukulele strings. You do this by taking the index finger of your nail and strumming it across the strings while you put your thumb against the strings. So kind of like at the same time. It takes some practice, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be in good shape. So we're going to start out in this formation here. We've seen it before. It is the index finger on the bottom 2 strings of the 3rd fret. We're going to strum down twice, and then we're going to move into a new formation, which looks like this. And then we're going to have the index finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string, the middle finger on the 6th fret of the 2nd string, and the ring finger is going to be muting the bottom string. So it should sound like this. If we didn't mute that bottom string, it would sound like this, and we don't want that. So we're going to mute it just by putting our ring finger lightly on the string, so when you play it at all, it doesn't make a sound. So we're going to start out from here, right? We're going to go down twice, strum down twice, and then we're going to strum up, up, down in this formation. Then we're going to take this formation, we're going to slide up 2 frets, and we're going to go up, up, down again. But now what we're going to do is we're going to strum up, and then once we strum up, we're going to slide it in the middle of the sound, so that way it makes this cool sliding sound. And then you're going to go up, down, up right here. And then check again. So the next iteration is going to be similar to the last one. We're going to be in the same position here. So we've just chucked. So it's going to be, we're going to strum down only once. And then we're going to go to this position over here. And instead of what we did last time, we're going to go down, down, up. We're going to slide up. Then we're going to go down, down, up, and in the middle of that last up strum, you're going to slide down. And then you're going to go up, down, up here. So total from the beginning of the pre-chorus, we're going to start in this position here. We're going to do the 2 down strums. We're going to do our little iteration here. We're going to chuck. And then we're going to go over here to do the 1 strum down here, and then we're going to do the different pattern, which is down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then we're just going to repeat that second one another time. And now for the last iteration, it's going to sound like this. So it's similar to the second iteration that we did. Strum once here. Down, down, up here. Then we're going to slide down here. We're just going to strum it down once. Down here, slide up, down right here. And then you're going to slide 1 fret above this fret. So it's going to look like this. And then up, down, up. So the total of the pre-chorus is going to sound like this. Alright, now it's time for the chorus, my favorite part. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with our middle finger on the position that we've seen before, the bottom 2 strings of the 3rd fret. And we're going to strum down, up. Now we're going to do some finger picking here. I'm going to refer to these strings as the 1st string, the 2nd string, the 3rd string, and the 4th string. So the 1st is the bottom and the 4th is the top. So you're going to, again, start out by strumming down, up. It's going to be 4, 3, and then 3 and 2. Then you're going to strum 4 and 3 after that. So what you're going to do next is you're going to put your pinky on the 5th fret of the bottom string and your index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And you're going to strum like this. I'm going to slow it down for you in a second here. But to start out again, from the beginning we got. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Next, what we're going to do from here is we're going to bar the 2nd fret with our index finger and put our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the bottom string. So when you strum, it sounds like that. And you're going to strum down once. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put your pinky on the 5th fret of the bottom string. And then you're going to take your middle finger off. And then you're going to strum up. So together it should sound like this. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to slide up to this position, which is essentially this same form. sliding up 1, 2, 3 frets. You're going to bar the index, so you're going to use your index finger to bar the 5th fret, and then you're going to put your pinky on the 8th fret of the bottom string. You're going to strum down once, and then you're going to strum up and put your ring finger on the 7th fret of the bottom string. And then you're going to just kind of strum with the rhythm. It won't sound like that when you strum down, because the next form that you're going to do here is like this, with your index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string and your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the bottom string. You're going to strum down, up, down, up. So when you do in this, when you go like from here, from this position, sound a little bit like that, but when you go faster, this this transition from it's actually going to be more of a muted strum down. It's going to sound more like that. So when I go a little bit faster, you'll see when it sounds like this. So you heard the mute there, but that's what it's supposed to sound like, and yeah, it sounds great. So next, after you strum like this, you're going to take your ring finger off and strum down, up, down. Then go to the G chord that we learned before. You're going to strum up, up, down, up. And we're going to start off the second part of the chorus, similar. By strumming down up in this position here, and then plucking the same way that we did last time. And you're actually going to be in the same position right here when we strum down once. So again, middle finger, bottom 2 strings of the 3rd fret, down, up. Then we're going to pluck 4, 3, 4, 3, and then 3, 2 at the same time, and then 4, 3 again. Then we're going to be in this position, index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string and pinky on the 5th fret of the bottom string. Just down once, and then up, down, up. And then we're going to get in this position right here. We've been in it before. Index finger is going to bar completely the 4th fret, and the pinky is going to be on the 8th fret of the bottom string. Just strum down once. You're going to strum down once at the 8th fret, and then you're going to move the pinky over to the 7th fret and strum down once there. After that, you're going to put your index finger on the 2nd fret of the top string and the pinky on the 5th fret of the bottom string. Then you're going to put your ring finger, take your pinky off, put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the bottom string, and you're going to strum down. Down, down, up. Then you're going to strum up, down, up, empty, without any fingers on the... And then you're going to repeat what we did at the end of the first part of the chorus. Down, up, down, up, up, down, up. In this position here, it's the index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and then you're going to be in the G chord, like after that. So total, the chorus is going to sound like this. course, we're going to do a little bit of what we learned in the pre-chorus, and that's going to sound like this. So after we end up going like this, we're going to go back into this position. And that's what we learned. That's the first iteration of the pre-chorus, and then we're going to do the second iteration of the pre-chorus one time. Right after the chorus, the total is going to sound like this. I'll start over from this transition. So instead of chucking, instead of going up, down, up at the very end of that second iteration, like we normally would do for the pre-chorus, we're just going to strum up, down, and then pluck the fourth string. So to start the verse, we're going to be in a new position. We're going to put our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string and our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So it should sound like this, but we're not going to be strumming. So what we're going to do is we're going to pluck 2 and 3 at the same time, and then 2. We're going to do the same thing, pluck 2 and 3 at the same time, and then 2 for the next position, which is taking your ring finger off and putting your index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. So it should sound like this. Now we're going to take our index finger off, and we're going to pluck the 2nd string twice and then the 3rd string twice in this position. So it should sound like this. Then we're going to take our middle finger off and pluck the 3rd string. So now it should be like this. And then we're going to be in this position that we were before, middle finger on the 3rd fret of the bottom 2 strings. And we're going to strum like this. Down, up, down. So in total, the verse should start like this. After that, we're going to pluck the 4th string. Then we're going to be in this position, which is essentially the same as this position, but just sliding down 1, 2, 3 frets. But to clarify, that is the middle finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string and the ring finger on the 6th fret of the 2nd string. What we're going to do is we're going to pluck 2 and 3 at the same time, and then 2. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring our middle finger down. So you're basically at the 5th fret of the 2nd and 3rd strings. But I like to do this by putting my middle finger down. So it's like this. And then you're going to pluck 2 and 3 and then 2. Then you're going to put your middle finger back up so it's only on that 3rd string. And then you're going to put your index finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. You're going to pluck 2 and 3 at the same time, and then 2 again. Then you're going to slide in this position down 2 frets. Middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string and index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Pluck 2 and 3 at the same time, and then 2. Put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string and your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, like this. And then you're going to pluck the bottom 3 strings. And what you're going to do now also is you're going to put your index finger, you're going to mute the 1st string, the bottom string, by just lightly pressing against it so it doesn't make a sound. And then you're going to strum. So you're going to pluck this. Then you go up, down, up, down, up. Up, down, up, up, down, up. Up, down, up, down, excuse me. So again, to start the verse, it's going to sound like this. Or right after the chorus. And that's where we alter the part in the pre-chorus, where we don't go. We go up, down, and then pluck 4. Then we're going to be in this position. Pluck 4 after that. And then we're going to go like this, be in the same position. After we had just plucked the 4 in that last iteration. So that's similar to what we did last time. We're going to be in this same position. Middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string and ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Pluck 2, then 3, 2 and 3, and then 2. Put your index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Same pattern. Instead of last time, what we did is we did this. But now we're going to do this. Just strum down once. Then you're going to pluck 4 and then 3. Pluck 4 and 3, and then put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So in the second part of the verse, it's going to sound like this. Down, down, up, down, up. For this part. G chord sliding down one fret. It's gonna be down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. And the G chords are in the normal position, so you're gonna slide up from here. The rhythm is gonna sound like this. We might not need that last up. We're going to pluck the 4th string instead. So in real time, it would sound like this. And after that, we're going to go back to our normal verse position. We've seen it before. It'll sound like this. We're going to be plucking these middle 2 strings again. So after this, we'll go back to this. We've seen that before. We've also seen that before, but I'm going to explain it again. We're going to go pluck the 4th string after we did our 4th string. And then we're in this position that we've seen before. We're going to go down, up, up, down. After that, we're going to pluck the 4th string again. Then we're going to strum down twice. Then we're going to put our pinky on the 5th fret of the bottom string. Then we're going to raise our pinky and raise our middle finger, so it's only on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And then we're going to put our index finger on the 2nd fret of the bottom string. Then we're going to strum down once. Then we're going to bend our middle finger back down so that way it hits the 3rd fret. We're going to strum up, and then we're going to strum up, down, up. So this part's going to sound like this. So I added actually an extra up strum at the end of this, so it's going to be up, up, down, up, 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 down, up, and up at the end. Then you're strum down, up, and the open, without any fingers. Then you're going to put your index finger on the first fret of the second string and your ring finger on the third fret of the bottom string. You're going to strum down twice in this position. So it's going to be like this. You're going to be in the G chord, strum down twice. Sorry, down once. So back from here, it's going to be G chord once. Then you're going to take, from the G chord, you're going to take your middle finger off. Strum down once, sounds like that. Middle finger on the third fret of the second string and your ring finger on the fourth fret of the third string. Strum down once. From right here, I'm going to repeat what we have. And this again is the middle finger on the second fret of the top string. Strum down once. We're going to put our ring finger from here on the second fret of the third string. And then we're going to pluck 4, 3, 2. So again from here. Then we're going to put our index finger on the first fret of the second string, and we're going to pluck the top 3 strings. So before that, now strum down once. Then we're going to go back into the G chord, strum down twice. And the C chord, which is the middle finger on the third fret of the first string, you're going to strum up, and then up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up. So that's up, down, up 3 times. So now, starting from this point, that's a good point to start. And actually what we might end up doing also at the very last, instead of up, down, up, like I told you to do, you might do up, down, then pluck the fourth string, the top string. You might see me do that when I do the demo. And then from there, we're going to move on into our same position as we were before. And what we're going to do is we're going to pluck 2 and 3 at the same time. And then we're going to pluck 4, and then 1, and then 4. Then we're going to put our index finger on the first fret of the bottom string, pluck the bottom 3 strings, pluck 4 again, then strum. Then you're going to see me move my pinky onto the 5th fret of the bottom string. Down, up, down, strum down, up, down with the pinky on the 5th fret of the bottom string. Then you're going to put your index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string and your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the bottom string. Strum down, up, down, up. So again, right here, from this position, it's going to be up, down, up, actually. Then what you're going to do is you're going to pluck 1, take your ring finger off, pluck the open 1 string, the bottom string. Then you're going to put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, pluck that string, 2nd string. Lift your ring finger off, play that same 2nd string. Put your ring finger back on the 3rd fret. And then you're going to pluck the open 3. Then you're going to pluck 2 and 3 at the same time. Then you're going to pluck open 2nd string. Then you're going to pluck the third string after you put your middle finger on the second fret of the third string. Beginning of that sequence, it's and then you're going to pluck the open third string after you take your middle finger off. Then you're going to go back to putting your middle finger on the third fret of the bottom two strings. You're going to strum up, down, and then pluck the fourth string. So starting from that first sequence. So a lot of times, again, I've told you a lot to strum up, down, up, but I mean, you can either strum up, down, up, or you can strum up, down, and then pluck the fourth string. So you'll see me do that several times in this tutorial. That was the first part of that sequence, and now we're going to do the second part, which brings us back to the same position after we do this. Then we go back to this. So we did that before. And last time we did. But this time we're going to do. So again, from this position. Down. Strum down when you put your pinky on the fifth fret of the bottom string. Down, up, down, strum down, up, down. So this position right here is going to be the index finger on the first fret of the third string and your pinky on the fourth fret of the bottom string. Sorry that you haven't been able to see as well. You strum up and then up, down, up. Or after you do this sequence right here, you're going to move one over, and then you're going to strum down once and slide and try and get the sound of that slide. So again, it's and you're strum down in this position right here, which is the index finger on the fourth fret of the third string and your pinky on the seventh fret of the bottom string. After that, you're going to be in this position here, which is the pinky on the eighth fret of the bottom string, the pinky on the eighth fret of the bottom string, the ring finger on the fifth fret of the second string, and your index finger on the second fret of the third string. So it'll just sound like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to strum down once, and then you're going to strum in this pattern here. I'll slow that down a little bit. I don't exactly know what the down, up strumming pattern is, but I'll slow it down so you can figure it out. So again, from here. You're going to take your index finger off after that, go up, down, up. So again. Up, down, up, and then you're going to move to this position right here, which is the index finger on the third fret of the bottom two strings and your pinky on the seventh fret of the bottom string. I'm going to go from this position here. So it's down, up right here. Then you're going to put your ring finger on the fifth fret of the bottom string, take your pinky off. this position right here, which is the index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and your pinky on the 5th fret of the bottom string. This position again right here. You're strum down once, then you're strum in this pattern right here. I'll slow it down. So again, I'll start from here. That's what it's going to sound like. You could tell what I did there was a little bit of the pre-chorus to lead into the chorus. So again, this strumming pattern right here is going to be up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then this position here, index finger on the 3rd fret, 3rd string, ring finger is muting the bottom string, and middle finger is on the 4th fret of the 2nd string. Strum down once, slide down 2 frets, strum down once, then you're going to slide up 3 frets, strum down once. Okay, so now I'm going to play everything that we know about the verse, and that's going to start right after the chorus. I'll go slow. So after the end of the verse, we're going to move into the 2nd chorus, which is essentially the same as the 1st chorus. So I'm going to play it for you right now. At the end of the verse, it sounds like this. And now the chorus. Right here, essentially what we're going to do is we're going to take out the part that was, and we're going to stop right at here, so it's the same. And right here, what we're going to do is down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So again from here. Now we're going to move into the outro, the ending of the song. So we're going to move from here to here, which is the 1st fret of the 2nd string. And it should sound like this. So after doing this, you're going to get into this position and strum down up. Next what we're going to do is you're going to pluck 4. You're going to move your ring finger onto the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, then pluck 2 and 3 at the same time. It sounds like this. Then you're going to pluck 4 and then 3. Now you're going to move to put the pinky on the 7th fret and pluck that open, or pluck it just by itself. Then you're going to move to this position, which is the index finger on the 5th fret of the 1st string, and your ring finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string, and your middle finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. So it sounds like that. And then we're going to be in this position, and then we're going to pluck the bottom 3 strings. Then you're going to pluck 4 and then 3, and then you're going to pluck 1 and 2 at the same time. Then you're going to pluck 4, then you're going to pluck 2 and 3 at the same time twice. So again, from the top, we have the chorus, which ends in this. Then we got the outro. Then we're going to pluck 4 again. Then we're going to move into the E minor chord, which is the 2nd fret on the bottom string, the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and the 4th fret on the 3rd string. So it sounds like that. So after this, pluck the bottom 3 strings together. Then you're going to pluck the bottom 2 strings together twice. So it sounds like this. Then you're going to take your index finger off the bottom string, and you're going to pluck 1 and 3 at the same time. So we have this. Next we're going to pluck 4, and then we're going to pluck 2 and 3 at the same time. So total should be like this. Then you're going to pluck 4 after that. So from here, it should be like this. And now we're going to put our index finger on the 1st fret of the 3rd string, and we're going to strum down with our thumb. So what we have so far, again, for the outro, and the chorus like this. You're going to pluck 4, 3, 2, 1, and then up, down, up in this position. So again, from here, you're going to be strumming down with your thumb, like so, and then you're going to be plucking 4, 3, 2, 1 from top to bottom, and then strumming up, down, and then plucking the top again. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, like this, and then you're going to pluck like this. So that's 2 and 3 at the same time, then 4, and then 3. Then you're going to put your ring finger on the 3rd fret bottom string, and then strum down. Then you're going to strum back up once. You're going to strum up, down, and then pluck 4. Next, you're going to move to this position here, which is the index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So again, after this, it's the same thing. You're going to pluck 2 and 3 at the same time, and then 2 and 3 at the same time. 2 and 3 at the same time, then 4, then 3. Then you're going to put your pinky on the 5th fret of the bottom string and strum down once. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to put yourself in this position, which is the index finger covering the bottom 3 strings of the 3rd fret, and your middle finger on the 4th fret of the 2nd string. So again, after it's after this. Now you're in this position. You're going to strum up once. Then you're going to put your ring finger on the 5th fret of the bottom string. Then you strum down. Then you're going to put your pinky on the 6th fret of the bottom string. And then you're going to do it like this. So it's going to be up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I'll go slow. Even slower. Alright, I'm going to go a little bit faster so that way we can see what happens next. Sorry, so we added an extra down strum right here, so it sounds like this. And that's what it sounds like. Then we're going to move to this position here, which is the index finger covering the 5th fret of the bottom 3 strings, and the middle finger covering the bottom 2 strings on the 6th fret, like this. So again, we have this. Moving to that position. It's going to sound like this. And that sounds, I'll slow it down right here. Then you're going to move your middle finger up so that way it opens up that bottom, this note right here for the index finger. Strum down once, and then you're going to end it by strumming down with this position, which is the middle finger on the 3rd fret of the bottom 2 strings. So I'll play that slowly real time for you right now. Alright, now I will play the outro full speed for you, and then we will finish. Starting off at the end of the chorus. This concludes my tutorial for One Piece Opening 1 We Are. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoy playing this just as much as I do. And if you like the video, smash that like button. If you want to see more, do subscribe. I spent 10 minutes dabbing, bro.